How's it going, guys? Equal here, and welcome back to week number 9 of the PGL. This week we're up against Vinny, and yes, it's a post-com because, spoiler alert, it didn't go very well. And my commentary is pretty shit, and I have the opportunity to record a post-com, so I will record the post-com instead of uploading the crappy live com and or nothing. So, not and or no, just or nothing. So yeah. This week we're up against Vinny, and I'm gonna hit play here. I can't figure out how to do like 2 times speed up on Windows Movie Maker on the like in-game in browse. I can't speak. I just woke up, like literally, like I woke up like half an hour ago, and you can tell because my voice is probably lower than usual. So yeah, I just woke up, so my head's not really in the right place. But as you can see, this is his team. He's got Crustle, Mega Scizor, Starmie, Honchkrow, Azumarill, and Magneton. And I figured to myself, hey, he's probably going to lead with the Crustle to set up rocks. So I'm going to go ahead and lead with Terrakion. And anything that he wants to lead with, really barring the Azumarill or the Scizor, we can hit super effectively. So I think, hey, that's probably the best move because we can deal with pretty much anything except for those two with Terrakion. So that's what we do. We go ahead and we lead with Terrakion, as he decides that he wants to lead with his Honchkrow. Now, turn 1 was probably the play that decided the end fate of the battle, and I'm really salty about this play. Vinny was apologising to me for it, but he really can't. It's not his fault. Basically, what happens is we're going to lead with Terrakion here, and he's going to lead with his Honchkrow. Now, I decided that because we're Scarfed, and he knows that we outspeed, he is probably not going to stay in. Because, you know, we're going to go for a Stone Edge and we're going to kill him. So he's not going to stay in, so he's probably going to go out to something that can take the Stone Edge. Now, this is either going to be the Scizor or the Crustle. And if it's either, I'd rather go for my most powerful move, which is Close Combat. And I figure, hey, you know what, that's fine, because even if he stays in, I'm going to calc this. We are jolly Scarf to speed type the Infinite. If we are jolly Scarf, we have a 75% chance to kill a Honchkrow with a Close Combat. So that's fine. I figure, hey, you know what, that's fine. We'll go for the Close Combat. If he stays in, we're going to kill him, basically, because we have a 75% chance to kill him. And, you know, he's probably not going to stay in anyway because there's a Terrakion. But he stays in, and the reason he stays in is because he's Scarf as well. Now, he doesn't know that we're Scarf. We are. He just thinks that because he's Scarf, he'll outspeed us and kill us with the superpower, because the superpower always kills us. And so we outspeed, we get the Close Combat off, his Honchkrow goes down to literally 1 HP. Literally 1 HP. On a 75% chance to kill him, he lives on 1 HP. And he kills me with the superpower. Now, I'm really rather upset about this because... Now, I'm not going to be that guy and be like, oh, well, if Honchkrow would have went down and if I'd have saved Rupture, I would have won. Because I probably wouldn't have won. Let's be honest here. He had a Mega Scizor on the back, and I had nothing to deal with Mega Scizor apart from Sticks to Houndoom. If you get Sticks down low enough, he'll die to a Bullet Punch. So, you know, well, and him Power Fire and Alakazam, but Vinny's set is bulky, so... yeah, he's got ways to deal with me. So I probably wouldn't have won the battle anyway. But I'm really rather upset about this in particular, because if the Honchkrow would have gone down, that would have offered so much more in terms of what I could have done. And I would have saved the Terrakion, which means that I would have had so much more in terms of what I could have done. So yeah, I go out into Houndoom here, and... halfway through this play, I realise he's probably Scarf. That's why he stayed in. So I pull the double out into Celebi. He stays in and he goes for superpower. So we know that he is Scarfed. And we can work around that. But yeah, because this Pokemon in particular, this Scarf Honchkrow, is a massive problem for me because it outspeeds everything. Like literally everything. So If it would have went down instead of living on 1 fucking HP, I might have had a chance. I probably wouldn't have won because it's Vinny. Vinny's a great battler, awesome dude. Check out his channel. But we had a really good team matchup, and we lost Teraki on turn 1, and that took me for a loop is what that did. That took me for a loop. So he's going to go for the superpower here, thinking that he can kill my Houndoom. He can't, because Houndoom's not staying in. We're going out into Celebi, which normally you wouldn't do because obviously Honchkrow is dark and flying, which Celebi is weak to both of those. But I know that he's going for the superpower because he's scarfed, because why would he not? Why would he stay in on his Terrakion otherwise? And you know, even Houndoom outspeeds him, and Houndoom can kill him from this range. So he wouldn't stay in. This Celebi has Healing Wish, and I wish I'd got to use Healing Wish, but I didn't. So I'm gonna skip through this. He's probably gonna swap out his Honchkrow here. I forget what he swaps out into. It's probably the Scizor, and I think I Leech Seed it. It's the Magneton, and I Leech Seed that. Which is good because I break the Sturdy if it's running Sturdy. Although I think Vinny likes to run Analytic, so I don't think it was Sturdy. But yeah, obviously we can't touch this thing because we have Healing Wish, Giga Drain, Leech Seed, and Recover. So we cannot touch this period. And I know that he probably has Signal Beam because T-Train used Signal Beam against us before. But he's just going to go straight for the Volt Switch here. So we swap into Heliolisk just to tank anything that he can send our way. And when we get out into Heliolisk, he goes out into, I forget what, probably the Scizor. Alcropo, no, he goes out into this thing, because this thing outspeeds us. Because we're Specs. And we can't touch this thing if it outspeeds us. Which is why I'm so annoyed at this Honchkrow. I hate this Honchkrow. I like Honchkrow as a Pokemon, but I hate this Honchkrow. So we swap out, because we can't take a superpower. Go out into Avalugg, which only takes about 40% from it, and he can't do much back to us. Now we have to recover here, just so we can get full HP, so we can deal with stuff like the Azumarill. So we have to recover here. I think we recover. I'm pretty sure we recover. We do. He goes out into the Scizor and does something I can't remember. Probably just. Actually, what did he do? Oh no, we used Earthquake. Never mind. We used Earthquake instead of recovering because we were predicting the Crustle maybe? So here's the thing. Now that Rupture is gone, we have nothing to outspeed this Scizor. We have nothing to get massive damage on it. Well, no, we outspeed it. We don't have anything to get like super massive damage on it. Apart from Styx and the Alakazam, which with Vinny's investment, Tinsect here takes about 40% from Hidden Power Fire, so it can live it. So we have nothing that can really super duper hit this thing hard, but can also get sacked off. Which sucks. So this thing can set up all over our faces, and it does. He goes for a Swords Dance here as we swap in Ultia to try and Leech Seed him. So he's going to go and do that. He's going to Mega Evolve. Mega Scizor is a massive problem. It's not as much of a problem as Kyurem B or Infernape, which I prepped in numbers for, probably over prepped for, to be honest. But those are mons that completely, like, utterly scare me. So, you know, like, I don't think you can really over prep for those. Oh, yeah, I didn't over prep for Kyurem B and Infernape. I sufficiently prepped for Kyurem B and Infernape. I just didn't prep enough for the rest of the mons. So yeah, Crest 2, and Crest didn't even make an appearance, which was good, but at the same time was bad. Because, you know, he brought something else. So, he's going to go ahead and just Bug Bite me here, I think. He could have set up again. He could have done another Swords Dance and just completely killed everything. Oh no, he roosts. He roosts. So he's roosting, and then we can go for whatever we went for. It's probably a Giga Drain or something like that, just to get off damage. And he Bug Bites me, so we can sack off this thing and go right into Styx for the clean switching. We can do the work, because Styx won't die from a Bullet Punch, not a +2, so that's good. That's good for us. So we just Flamethrower here, and he being smart, goes out into a Azumarill. I put Hidden Power Electric on this thing instead of Sludge Bomb. I don't know why. Oh no, he sacks off this thing, which is good for us. It's good that we get to sack off the Honchkrow, but at the same time, he can just go out into a Azumarill and do the work against us. So, a bit of an issue there. So we sack off. So we get to kill the Honchkrow with Houndoom, but that doesn't matter in the long term because we already know that he's won. So he goes out into Azumarill here. Azumarill can do whatever he wants. I stay in Hidden Power Electric just in case he wants to Belly Drum. If he Belly Drums, I cannot take anything. Like, I can take an Aqua Jet from this thing with Avalugg. And maybe a Waterfall. But probably not, because it's +6 and it's got huge power and it's not something that you want to take lightly. So we have to stay in here in Hidden Power Electric just to see if he does Belly Drum. Spoiler alert, he doesn't. So we can just Hidden Power here. And we'll see that he takes about 35%, something like that. He just stays in and play roughs. Which is kind of bad because now Sticks will go down to a Bullet Punch. So we have no check for Mega Scizor. But we know that he's not Belly Drum, so we can go right out into Avalugg here and take any hit. And we do. And then he can just go out into Scizor, which he does. And he sets up a Swords Dance, and we have no switch in because Celebi, we swapped it in earlier to sack it off. And we don't have that as a Zac anymore. So going to Alexander, I was thinking that maybe he thought I was Focus Sash and we would scare him out. But he calcs it, but he's a smart guy. He put enough investment into Special D and HP to live a Hidden Power Fire, which sucks. So we couldn't scare him out. So he played really well. I'm very upset about the turn 1 play, and the reason why I'm so upset, I wouldn't be so upset about it if it was a normal battle, but this was literally our last shot at playoffs. We cannot make playoffs anymore. There are too many other teams who have won the majority of the season. If we wanted to win playoffs, we would have to start winning that week and win every other week after, and we can't do that anymore. So we're out of playoffs. We're out of the running. We're something like 15th. Depending on whether Sketchy wins or not, we might be last in the league. So, yeah. So that's why I'm upset about this, is because this battle determined whether we were going to playoffs or not, and we didn't. And yeah, that's not good. But at the end of the day, you know, we've got 5 weeks left, 4 weeks left, something like that. Now we can just do whatever the hell we want. You know, we can run whatever we want on whatever ones we want. Because if you're out of playoffs, why try and preserve the best differential when you can just have fun with it, is what I say. So that's probably what we're going to do. We're probably just going to have a bit of fun with it. I don't know. Might put Giga Impact or Hyper Beam on Mountain here. I changed the name from Titanic to Mountain. I just prefer it, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, you can see Avalugg can take hits from this thing, but it can't deal them back. Earthquake is our strongest option, not Avalanche. So that's kind of bad, but what are you going to do? I can't exactly stall him out of superpowers or bullet punches or whatever. I don't know why I went for bullet punch here and not a bug bite, but it was a crit, so that's how I lost Avalugg. I don't think it would have killed otherwise. But yeah, so we lost against Vinny, which sucks. We are now out of contention for playoffs. And yeah, that's bad. But, you know, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. We'll see where the rest of the season takes us. Who knows? Maybe we'll get 4 wins. We won't. We have to play Lax and T-Train and Crimson and Dokes. All 4 of those are very tough opponents, and I'm not about to take them lightly. And I'm quite nervous, but at the same time, I don't really have a reason to be anymore because we're not battling to win, we're battling to have fun now. So yeah. But anyway, that wraps up this week's PGL video. So if you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to click the like button because it tells me that I'm doing a good job and that you guys want to see more. But with that, I'm going to go ahead. I can't. This is the problem with recording in the morning, is that my voice goes like funny. But with that, I'm going to go ahead and get up out of this. Thank you guys, and I will talk to you later. Bye.